Have you ever pondered what Zen can teach us about navigating through life's challenges? It's a question that invites us to delve into the profound wisdom of Zen philosophy. This ancient tradition, born in the quiet meditation halls of Japan, offers us more than just a spiritual path. It's a guide, a compass, a way of reframing our perspective on life's trials and tribulations. Zen is a beacon of serenity in a world often consumed by chaos and noise. It teaches us to find peace within ourselves, to embrace the present moment, and to accept the impermanent nature of all things. It's about finding simplicity in complexity, silence in the cacophony, and acceptance amidst constant change. This wisdom, distilled in the form of quotes by Zen masters across generations, can be a guiding light in our journey. So, how exactly can Zen wisdom guide us? Let's delve into some profound Zen quotes. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh once said, "The present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it." This quote invites us to fully immerse ourselves in the present, to feel the rhythm of life as it unfolds moment by moment. The past is a closed book and the future is an unwritten one. Living in the present moment is the only way to truly experience life. Consider the story of a Zen monk who found joy in his everyday tasks. Each day he would sweep the temple grounds. Rather than viewing it as a chore, he saw it as an opportunity to appreciate the present moment. He noticed the texture of the broom, the rustling of the leaves, the cool morning air. Each sweep was an expression of his existence, his presence in the here and now. So let's take a leaf from his book. Let's immerse ourselves in the present, in the joy and happiness that each moment offers us. Remember, joy and happiness exist here and now. In the words of Zen master Shunryu Suzuki, in the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind there are few. This profound statement encapsulates the Zen concept of the beginner's mind, or Shoshin. Let's delve into a story that brings this to life. A young monk, eager to gain knowledge, traveled to an old master renowned for his wisdom. The monk, brimming with ideas and theories, started explaining his thoughts on Zen. The master quietly started pouring tea into a cup. As the monk continued speaking, the tea overflowed. "Stop!" cried the monk. "It's overflowing." The master replied, "Your mind is like this cup, filled with your own thoughts and ideas. How can you learn Zen unless you first empty your cup?" The art of simplicity lies in the beauty of an open, curious, and empty mind, one that is ready to embrace the new and uncharted. So, remain open, remain curious, remain a beginner. Zen wisdom tells us, silence is a source of great strength. This is a concept that may feel counterintuitive in a world that often values noise and action over quiet and stillness. But consider the tale of a young Zen student. Eager to impress his master with his progress, he would fill their sessions with talk of his insights, his struggles, his victories. One day the master gently suggested he spend their next session in silence. The student was disappointed but complied. As he sat quiet, he found his mind slowed, his thoughts deepened, and his understanding widened. He emerged from the silence with a newfound clarity and inner strength. This story illustrates how silence is not merely the absence of noise. It is in fact a powerful tool for enhancing our self-awareness, fostering deep thinking, and cultivating inner peace. So the next time you find yourself in a whirlwind of noise and chaos, remember the Zen wisdom. In silence, we find strength. According to Zen, acceptance is the key to be truly free. Let's explore this through a tale about a monk and a stubborn goat. Once in the olden days of Japan, a monk found a goat entangled in a thicket. The more the goat struggled, the more entangled it became. The monk watched calmly, then approached the goat. Instead of pulling the goat free, he sat with it, accepting its struggle. The goat, feeling the monk's tranquility, gradually stopped struggling. In that calmness, the goat found the space to free itself. This tale mirrors our life. Often we find ourselves entangled in problems. The more we resist, the more we struggle. But just like the monk, if we sit with our problems, accepting them, we find a certain tranquility. In that tranquility, we often find the path for resolution. Acceptance isn't about resignation, it's about liberation. Zen wisdom reminds us, everything changes, nothing remains without change. This is the essence of the Zen view of impermanence. It's a view that sees the world not as a fixed entity, but as a flowing river of change. Let's illustrate this with a story. There was once a Zen master who had a beautiful flower. One day, a student noticed the flower was wilting. He asked the master, "Why is the flower wilting?" The master replied, "Because it is undergoing change." The student then asked, "Why does it change?" The master smiled and said, "Because that is its nature." This simple story encapsulates the Zen understanding of change. Change isn't something to be feared or resisted. It's a natural part of existence. It's the very essence of life itself. So, rather than trying to hold on to things as they are, Zen teaches us to flow with the river of change. Change is the only constant. Zen teaches us attachment leads to suffering. This principle of non-attachment is not about renouncing the world, but rather about understanding the transient nature of everything. Consider the tale of the Zen monk who cherished his delicate teacup. He used it daily, admired its exquisite design, and took great care in its handling. One day, the teacup slipped from his grasp and shattered. The monk felt a deep sense of loss for his beloved object. But then, he remembered the principle of non-attachment. He realized that his suffering was not because the teacup was broken, but because he was attached to it. In his wisdom, he understood that the teacup was always broken. It was only a matter of time. This realization freed him from his sorrow. From then on, he enjoyed things without clinging to them. Non-attachment isn't indifference, it's freedom from suffering. In Zen, it is said, "Talk does not cook rice." Consider the story of the boastful student who came to a Zen master, proclaiming his knowledge of Zen and the depth of his meditation practice. The master listened patiently and then invited the student to perform a simple task: to cook rice. The student, filled with theories and concepts, found himself unable to complete the task. He realized then that all his knowledge was useless without the ability to act. In the same vein, our lives are like that uncooked grain of rice. We can talk about our dreams, our plans, our future, but without action, they remain raw and unfulfilled. Just as the rice needs the heat of the fire to transform, so do our lives need the power of action. So remember, no amount of talking can replace doing. No amount of planning can replace living. And no amount of dreaming can replace experiencing. In the end, action speaks louder than words. Zen encourages us, be master of mind rather than mastered by mind. This essence of Zen wisdom can be seen through the tale of a humble monk. In the heart of a serene Japanese village, there lived a monk known for his constant worry. His mind was a wild horse sprinting through fields of anxiety and fear, leaving him restless and perturbed. One day, he heard the whisper of Zen wisdom, reminding him of the power of simplicity. He decided to strip away the complexities that clouded his mind, focusing on the simplicity of each moment. He began to practice mindfulness, paying attention to his breath, to the chirping of the birds, to the rustle of the leaves. As he embraced simplicity, he found his thoughts slowing down, his fears fading away. His mind was no longer a wild horse, but a calm river, flowing smoothly through the landscape of his life. This transformation showed him the value of simplicity. Master your mind, master your life. Zen wisdom tells us nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The essence of this quote lies in understanding that nature moves at its own rhythm, not dictated by human expectations or schedules. Imagine a Zen monk watching the changing seasons from his temple window. As the cherry blossoms bloom in spring, he does not rush them to bear fruit. He observes their beautiful transformation, understanding that everything has its time and place. With the arrival of summer, he sees the blossoms turn into fruits. In autumn, he watches the leaves fall, making way for the bare trees of winter. Each season has its purpose, its beauty, and its lessons. This tale teaches us the power of patience, the beauty of accepting things as they are, and the wisdom of letting life unfold naturally. It's a gentle reminder to slow down, to breathe, to be present, and to trust the flow of life. Nature doesn't rush, yet everything gets done. So, what can we take away from these Zen insights? As we journey through life, Zen wisdom serves as a compass, guiding us towards peace, balance, and enlightenment. We've explored 11 profound Zen quotes and their implications, each offering a unique perspective to enrich our lives. From embracing the present, we learned the power of now. The art of simplicity reminded us that less is often more, while the wisdom of silence taught us the value of quiet introspection. The path of acceptance showed us the grace of letting things be, and the reality of change reinforced life's only constant. We discovered the essence of non-attachment and the freedom it brings. The power of action emphasized the importance of our deeds, and the value of simplicity highlighted the beauty in unadorned truth. Lastly, we reveled in the beauty of nature, a silent teacher of Zen's profound lessons. Remember, the path to Zen is a journey of self-discovery, and these quotes are but signposts along the way.
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Universal Love channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Have a great journey.